Good evening. This is your homework check for Monday, June 3rd. We had 4 word problems tonight. A lot of them are fraction word problems. I think 3 out of the 4 tonight are fraction word problems, multi-step. And then you have one estimating. So let's start off with our first problem. We have Katie has apples, oranges, and bananas. She has 24 of each kind of fruit. She also has a pineapple. She has 1/6 the number of pineapples compared to the other fruit. How many pieces of fruit does Katie have in all? So the two things you're looking for here is you're given the information about how many apples, oranges, and bananas you have. You know that you have 24 of each. So you're going to use that to multiply. You've also been told that she has pineapples and that the pineapples equal 1/6 of what she has of the other fruits. So you have basically two problems that you're doing here, and you're taking the product of your problems and you're adding them together. It doesn't matter which one you do first, you're still going to get the right answer. So I'm just going to start off with the multiplication problem. So you have 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to put down my 2, carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. So I know that she has 72 apples, oranges, and bananas. Over here for the pineapple, she has 1/6 of 24. We did one of these last week for homework, and then we also have done one in class. You know that your top number you're multiplying, your bottom number you're dividing when you're doing part of a whole. So in this case, you're going to do 24 divided by 6, and you're going to get 4. So now that I have my two problems solved, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add up those two parts together. So 72 plus 4. When I do that, I get 76. So my answer on my first problem for tonight is 76 pieces of fruit. Okay, my second problem tonight is my only non-fraction problem of the night. On that problem, you're estimating. Miles is starting his own airline. He plans on offering flights to 5 different cities. He's put the 5 cities on a chart below, along with the number of miles to each destination is from RDU Airport. So you have New York, Miami, Chicago, Dallas, and Seattle. You're looking for the total number of miles would go if he just simply went there. And you notice your keyword here is right here after cities. It's abouts. So obviously you're gonna round. You're making an estimate. There's basically 2 different ways that I know people estimate. Some people like to actually take the numbers and go ahead and add them in rounds. I round first. So I'm going to take 487 and make it 500. I'm going to take 798 and make it 800. I'm going to take 810 and make that 800. I'm going to take 1,135 and make that 1,100. And then I'm going to take 2,872 and I'm going to make that 2,900. So when I go ahead and add those together, the ones columns is 0, the tens columns is 0, the hundreds is 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 1 is 22, 22 plus 1 is 31, put down my 1, carry my 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6, so my final answer is 6,100. If you added them up just straight together, I think it actually rounds to 6. I tried this earlier. So if you estimated, if you don't have an exact answer, and you got anything between 12,000 and 12,200, I would be more than willing to take it. For my bonus tonight, there's a question: how many miles would he have traveled if he had visited all the cities and then returned to Raleigh after each trip? So basically for that, all you have to do is double it. So a second ago, I think I misspoke. I said that the final answer would be 12,000. It's actually, for the first part, it's 6,000 to 6,100. For the bonus, it's 12,000 to 12,200. I got that a little bit backwards. My fault. So your bonus is 12,000 to 12,200. Your regular problem is 6,000 to 6,100. Okay, moving on. Third problem, you have paint. Mrs. Workman is sorting out cans of paint. She has 4 different colors of paint. She has red paint, blue paint, green paint, and black paint. She has 72 cans of paint in all. 1/8 are black, 1/2 are red and blue. There are 4 more cans of red paint than blue paint, and the rest is green. So on problems like this, what I do when I have multiple fractions to deal with is I'm just going to use this as kind of a checklist. So I'm going to start off. I know I have 72 as my master number. So at the end, when I figure out how many cans of each paint, I know I'm right as long as I can add them all back up and I get to 72. So I'm going to start off with my 1/8. Remember we just did this a second ago. So we're finding part of a whole. So 1/8 of 72. What I'm going to do, remember your top number, your numerator you multiply by, your bottom number, your denominator you divide by. So 1 times 72 is 72. 72 divided by 8 is 9. So, and that was my black paint. So I know I have 9 black paints. I know that half the cans now are red and blue. So I'm going to take, to find half, you can just simply divide by 2. So 72 divided by 2 is 36. Okay, except now there's a little bit more directions. So it says that there are 4 more cans of red paint than blue paint. So this is going to be a part where I'm going to have to guess and check. So what I do is I just pick out 2 numbers that I can add to 36. So when I think about it, I like to just think of 2 numbers, throw something out. So say 15. If you threw out 15, then you'd have to add 21 to get to it. So remember that your clue was that there are 4 more. So I know that 15 and 21, they add up to 36, but they're not 4 apart. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start changing my numbers slightly. I don't want to just randomly guess. So if I change the 15 to a 16, that means I have to change the 21 to a 20 to get them to add back up to 36. 16 plus 20 is 36, but they're 4 away, so that now fits. So I know that the red is 20, I know the blue is 16. For my last part then, I know that the rest is going to be green. So far I have 9, 16, and 20. So to figure out the last part, I'm going to take the 3 colors that I know, the 20, the 16, and the 9, and I'm going to add them up. So 6 plus 9 is 15. Put down my 5, carry my 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4. So I know I've found 45 of the cans of paint. So I'm going to take 72. I'm going to subtract 45. I can't subtract 2 from 5, so I'm going to borrow. So I'm going to do, that is a 6. The 1's column is a 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 6 minus 4 is 2. So I have 27. So my final answer then would be, I have 9 blacks, 16 blues, 20 reds, 27 greens. Okay, last problem, also a fraction problem. Alright, Xavier, Dominic, Justin, Aiden, and Nicholas are playing basketball. Their team scored a total of 54 points. Nicholas scored 1/3 of the team's points. Nicholas scored 5 more than Axel. The sum of Aiden, Nicholas's, and Axel's points equal 46. Dominic and Justin scored the same number of points. So what I'm going to do here, sorry I'm erasing my board, is I'm going to take each one just like I did on the problem before, step by step. So I start off, I know that my grand total has to equal 54. And I start off, I know that I'm going to try to find, part of a whole again. So I have 1/3 of 54. So times my numerator divided by my denominator. 1 times 54 is 54. 54 divided by 3 is 18. So I know that Nicholas has 18. So I'll go ahead and put Nicholas down. My second step is I know that Nicholas scored 5 more than Axel. So to find Axel's total, I can take that 18, subtract 5. And I know I have 13. I know that the sum of Aiden, Nicholas, and Axel is 46. So to find Aiden, I know that I have 46 for their total. So I'm going to take the 18 and 31, add them together. So that's 8 plus 3 is 1. Carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 31. So if their total equals 46, I'm going to take 46 minus 31, and I will get 15. So for Aiden, I can put 15 down. Now I know that Dominic and Justin, they scored the same number of points. So here's what I know. I know that the 3 people I've added together have scored 46. I know that the team scored 54. So what I really need to do here is figure out how many points I have left for the team scored. So if I take 54 minus 46, I get 8. And then since they scored the same amount, I'm going to have to take that amount and split it in half. So that's what I have. I have a 4 for Justin and a 4 for Dominic. So their score should have been Nicholas 18, Aiden 15, Axel 13, Justin 4, Dominic 4. So that is my answer for my final question and the final question for your homework. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you.